And chat. Excuse me. How's it going, guys? Welcome to Tales of Symphonia, which we're playing for a patron today. I will talk after I watch this opening. What's this guy's name? Lloyd, I think? Angel halos instead of chakram. That guy's crop top is insane. This is a long intro. Oh yeah, I've heard the Bump of Chicken intro for Tales of the Abyss. I haven't watched the intro, but I did listen to it, and that's a really good track. Alright, so, Tales of Symphonia. I played the very start of this game, like, when I was 20, and I'm 34 now, for reference to how long ago it was. Might have been earlier than that, actually. I don't know. But I played the very start of this, but I remember basically nothing. I know Lloyd's name, I recognize a couple of the character designs, and that's it. We'll see if I remember anything as I go through, but I am largely unspoiled. My entire experience with the Tales of series is the start of this and the start of Vesperia, which is also on the two-stream shortlist, Tales of Vesperia. I want to do that at some point. So I've played the combat. I know how the combat works. Hang on. There we go. Okay, start button. I know how the combat works vaguely. I don't remember it very well, but I know it's 3D movement, and it's slightly different in each Tales game, I think. But yeah, that's the entirety of my Tales of experience. So we're gonna play this for a few hours today for a patron. If I like it, I may add it to the main rotation, but there's a bunch of stuff ahead of it in line. I've got to finish Tears of the Kingdom, I've got to finish Final Fantasy II, I've got to finish Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. If I do pick this as a main slate game, it won't be for a while. But we'll see. Why don't we just jump in? Change game settings. I might as well make sure. Skits contain a variety of fun conversations between the characters and offer hints about the game. Select title display on if you wish to see the titles of the skits. Skits can be triggered by pressing select, I think, is the back button on Xbox. Huh. Yeah, sure, title display on. Auto, all actions are controlled by the AI. Semi-auto, defense and attack distance controls are performed automatically. Manual, all actions are controlled by the player. Is this, do your AI, do your partner characters get governed by this? Will they keep attacking if I set it to manual? Teammates are AI if you're not controlling them directly, even on manual. Okay. Cool. Well, let's go with manual. Vibration feature on. Did the GameCube controller have vibration? This was a GameCube game, right?
Once upon a time, there existed a giant tree that was the source of mana.
I think that's a little loud. Hang on.
A war, however, caused this tree to wither away, and a hero's life was sacrificed in order to take its place. Grieving over the loss, the goddess disappeared unto the heavens. The goddess left the angels with this edict. You must wake me.
Oh, is this Cam Clark?
Sleep, the world shall be destroyed.
Ominous.
The angels bore the chosen one, who headed towards the tower that reached up unto the heavens. And that marked the beginning of the regeneration of the world.
That is Cam Clark.
Lloyd Irving, wake up.
Did I fall asleep doing
Lloyd.
bucket holding exercise? Oh, I'm in trouble.
How do you manage to sleep standing?
Cam Clark is Simba's singing voice in Lion King 2? Huh.
Oh, Professor Rain, is class over?
Is that Robin's voice actor?
Never mind. Let's have someone else answer the question. Genus, how about you?
Yes, Rain. Mythos, the hero, brought about the end of the ancient war in the holy ground of Karlan.
Correct. Afterwards, Mythos, the hero, formed a pact with the goddess Martel to seal away the Desians whom caused the war.
But the Desians came back and are now causing everyone to suffer.
We covered that in class last time, remember? When the seal weakens, the Desians reappear, just like they have now.
Yeah, I knew that. I just forgot.
Today is the day of prophecy.
Oh, that's not ominous or anything.
It is a very important day, which the Chosen of Mana will receive an oracle from the goddess Martel. Now, Chosen One, Colette.
That's a lot of pressure to put on a school kid.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about the journey of world regeneration.
It is a journey to seal the Desians. Upon passing the trials of the goddess Martel, the summoned spirits that protect the world awaken, and mana is restored.
Correct. I suppose we should expect the Chosen herself to know the answer to that one.
Lloyd has absolutely passed back out.
Mana depletion is the cause of the current food shortages and droughts. It is said that this occurs because the Desians consume vast amounts of mana in their human ranches.
Human ranches? Are we being raised as slaughter food?
The Chosen's journey has two purposes: to revive mana, as well as defeat the Desians. Now, for the next question.
That is a lot of pressure to put on that kid. Oh my god, Genus has the biggest party member syndrome I've ever seen. Look at him compared to the other characters.
What was that?
That's...
Settle down. It would seem that the time for the oracle has come. I will go and check on the chapel. Everyone stay here and study on your own. Understood?
That is a person-shaped hole in the wall. That is a Lloyd-shaped hole in the wall.
Professor! I'll go with you.
No, Colette. If it is the oracle, the priests will come here for you. Wait here with everyone else.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you keep sticking your nose in things, Lloyd? You sure are a glutton for punishment. Then again, you go through the Western Forest every day to come to the village, even though you hate to study, so I guess a lot of things you do don't make a lot of sense. Funny thing is that it's not just their design. Lloyd, Colette, and Janice are all physically larger than the rest of the class. Wait, is it Janice or Genus? I've already forgotten how his name is pronounced. I'm playing on PC, on the Steam version. The remastered version is on PSN, and I considered getting that, but I don't have $40 to spare at the moment. What's that supposed to mean? Let's leave everything to the professor and wait here. I wonder if that light had something to do with the oracle. Probably. Yo, Genus. During class, Rain said that when the oracle comes, the Cruxus crystal enshrined in the altar shines. So that light must have been emitted by the Cruxus crystal at the temple. Study on your own, huh? That's basically like telling us to go play. She didn't even add a start quotation mark to that sentence. The professor seemed kind of nervous. Yeah, she really did. That light was so pretty. Alright, let's examine this. When did this hole get here? Really are just wearing my swords in class, huh? Lloyd, where are you going? Don't tell me you're sneaking out. Rain will get mad. I'm really curious to find out what really happens to Colette when she receives the oracle. They always talk about the chosen of regeneration and the day of prophecy, but no one tells us what really happens. But my sister said to stay and study by ourselves. It's research. That's just an excuse. So, an excuse is an excuse, right? Don't be so stuffy. You're coming too, right? We're best friends, after all. Colette, want to come along too? Huh? Okay. Little bit of a push over there. So where to? Where else? That light. You're directly involved in all of this. Aren't you curious? Are you curious about it? Of course. Okay, then I'll be curious about it too. Not a lot of personal drive in this one. See? Dwarven vow number 4. Don't depend on others. Walk on your own 2 legs. Okay then, let's go to the temple. Are there dwarves in this world? Not the dwarven vows again. You always use those when you need an excuse. Colette and Genus joined the party. Back appears at the left edge of the screen. Press back to trigger a skit. Skits contain hints about where to go next, as well as offer a variety of fun chats between the characters. Examine the wall hole again. if Rain is going to be mad at us. Don't worry, all we have to do is get back to class before she does. But wasn't Professor Rain going to the temple too? What if we run into her? We'll be fine, probably. Alright, now let's examine it. When did this hole get here? Have you forgotten, Lloyd? This happened when Colette... It was during last year's spring cleaning. I was mopping and then accidentally... It's a Colette-shaped hole? You're such a klutz, Colette. Colette obtained the title of klutz? What do titles do? T or S? I wonder what those are. Oh, the titles give stat ups. Okay. HP, strength, and accuracy. They give stat gain ups. Oh, they gain stats no matter what? This just gives extra stats? Cooking, huh? Alright. Alright, let's head out. What's going on? It's awfully quiet. Where did everybody go? Colette! Father! Frank! Thank goodness you're safe. Frank, what happened to everyone in the village? They're all hiding. The Desians invaded the village just a short while ago. Thankfully, no one was hurt. They passed through the village and headed for the temple. Why? Icelia has a non-aggression treaty with the Desians. You mean that agreement where they don't attack the village as long as we leave the human ranch alone? Yes, Grandmother said it's to protect me. Ah, where's Grandmother? Well, the Desians are probably after you, Colette. Phaedra is in the temple preparing for the ritual. Okay, how do you not put together that you're the Chosen who's supposed to bring an end to the Desians, and the Desians coming to this village looking for, something? It's pronounced Desians, or at least that's how they were pronouncing it in the cutscene. Phaedra's in the temple, but that's where the Desians... The priests are there with her. There's no need to worry. Now, Colette... I know, I promised to fulfill my duty as the Chosen. Good luck, Colette. Lloyd, Genus, you two should go on home. I'm worried about letting Colette go by herself. As you should be, I'll go with her to the temple. Me too. But... Alright, thank you. I'll wait at the house. Come back immediately if anything happens. Were you really going to send her on her own through the Desians? She's a party healer. She can't handle that. It's locked. Fair enough. Alright, which way to go? Oh, is this a save point? Memory circle. Wow, there are lots of options here. Whoa, it's a monster! Kinda goofy looking. I thought the northern region where the temple is located was a sanctuary. Why are there... It must be part of the trial. Martel's trial involves battling monsters. We don't have time to talk. Let's get this thing. Roger.
Be careful, everyone!
Alright, square is guard. X is attack.
All talk, no action.
Cooking in battle? Successfully prepared sandwich. That was easy. Lloyd, you're amazing. Oh, well, I owe it to this thing, though. Oh, that's right, the X-Sphere. Yeah, it's designed for combat and brings out my maximum strength. Without this thing, I'd be nothing. But you're still strong, Lloyd. Yeah, at least his sword skills are good. What do you mean, at least? There's another one. Let's go, you two. Wait, Lloyd. The professor said magic is more effective than physical attacks against non-physical and spiritual monsters. Put this combat system in context, it's Smash Brothers with worse jumps, tighter combos, and HP. Oh, okay. Really? Yes. Okay then, I'll leave the ghost to Genus. I'll go for the zombie. During battle, press R1 to switch the controlled character's target to the closest enemy. Left stick, or press D-pad left to right while holding R1 to select the target freely. Okay, here we go. Alright, but how do I swap characters? L2, R2. D-pad maybe? D-pad up jumps.
Keep working on it, okay?
It's important to choose the target wisely. Do I not have the opportunity to, the ability to change characters yet? Where there's a lot of monsters, or if we're up against a dangerous one. It's especially important when saving an ally that's in trouble. We have to be careful. Let's go to the temple. Alright, well, we're not going that way yet. Are you alright? Here, let me heal you. Oh, excellent. Let's snoop through Colette's room. I wonder if any of these books are hiding some hint about regenerating the world. What about this one? The Teachings of Martel. Let's see. Chapter 1. The Establishment of the Church of Martel. Any serious study of the Church must begin with a lesson in world regeneration. Perhaps you are already familiar with the legends. At the center of the world, there once grew a mighty tree that bore mana as its fruit. But the flames of war saw the tree wither, and it was the life of a hero, given willingly, that became mana. Moved and saddened by his sacrifice, the goddess retreated to her heavenly abode. An angel bore her message to the world. If I slumber overlong, all creation will crumble. You must awaken me. The angel gave birth to the Chosen. The Chosen sought the tower to heaven, and so the cycle of regeneration was begun. Use Demon Fang as the last move in your basic combo. Okay. So opens the most notable legend on the origins of the Rite. Huh. First time hearing about it. This was just covered in class, Lloyd. Do you sleep through every class? Seriously, Lloyd? We learned that the morning of the Day of Prophecy. Okay, second I'm hearing about it. My poor sister. I literally just started the game, Shane. Please don't spoil characters. Alright, that's a timeout. Please untime out Shane so they can talk again. Locked. This is probably locked as well. Yep. Shop. Welcome to Halo. Life bottle is a Phoenix down. No worries. We have a system here. Where if you type at and a space at the beginning of your message, I have that blacklisted in my Better TTV, so I can't see that message. And you'll be able to talk about stuff and ask questions about what I've seen without spoiling me on anything. You need an item to scan enemies' HP and attributes? Huh. Wait. Lloyd is using wooden swords? Come on, Lloyd. I guess that's all they'd let him have. Generic-looking pair of boots. Alright, and these are items for making food. Okay? The Desians headed for the sanctuary. Alright. We are going to look everywhere before we go. Lloyd, do you need something for my house? No, not really. We're supposed to go to the temple. Come on. In case you've forgotten, you get to the temple by going out the north exit. Yeah, I know. Straight up the path. Real protective of your house, Genus. Alright, now we can go. What's the temple like? Say, Colette, what's it like inside the temple? We've never been inside, so it's kind of exciting. Well, it's sort of dark because not much sunlight makes it through. That's not quite what I was expecting. But then again, I've never been to the inner part either. I can't wait to get inside. If only you could keep up this enthusiasm the entire time. Oh, hello. Let's fight the monster.
Careful, everyone! Rage throw! Get him!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Get him! Fireball!
Demon Fang!
I feel good today!
Hotel Temple, okay. Well, we haven't run into any designs yet. Whoa, that light really is coming from the temple. Then an oracle is going to be conveyed. Colette's going to be the chosen of regeneration. It's really, really bright. Say, Colette, when the oracle is conveyed, you'll become the chosen who will save the world, right? You're going to be like the hero, Mythos. So maybe you should act a little more, you know, chosen-like. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Hey, there's a lot of commotion at the temple. You're right. Alright, let's charge in with our wooden swords. Chosen one. This is Steam version. Well, he's dead. Hey, are you alright? The Desians broke the non-aggression treaty and attacked the temple. Chosen one, quickly, the oracle. I know. Please, be careful. I regret that I will not be able to protect the Chosen. Pastor, hang on! It's no good. He's gone. No! Is that the first death these kids have seen? I'm going. Colette, there are designs in there. Yes, but I have to go. I'm the Chosen. My job is to accept the Oracle of the Day of Prophecy. The two of you wait here, okay? No, we're going with you. You can't handle them by yourself. Lloyd, are you going to let Colette go by herself? I'm going too. I'm going too. I can't let you go by yourself. Are you sure? It's dangerous. Dwarven vow number 1. Let's all work together for a peaceful world. Let's go. Wait, I'm going too. I'm worried about rain. Thanks, both of you. I really need to figure out how to switch characters in battle.
Where is the Chosen?
Run, Colette.
Oh, that's Phaedra.
Lord Boda, there she is.
He looks like a Boda. Bring up the
Chosen
combat
one,
menu and press
your
start.
life is
Gotcha.
mine.
I won't let you Desians get away with anything!
Desians.
What's so funny?
Not the designs, then.
Well then, die at the hands of the Desians you so hate. Get them.
Don't let up!
Does not have a healing spell. Alright. Oh, that just changes what? Alright, back to Lloyd, I guess. Got him, okay.
Just as I expected.
And the title Tetra Slash. Excellent. Oh no, really? Boss fight again?
Do not get in our way.
Alright, we need to use some healing.
Don't even try. I'll crush you.
Ow!
This guy's strong.
Oh, we're not supposed to win. Okay.
Man, this guy is really tough. Who are you?
You're welcome for the save, Lloyd.
Don't overdo it.
Okay.
Demon Fang. Demon Fang.
Oh, he's got Demon Fang too, huh?
Demon Fang!
Demon Fang. Demon Fang.
Don't even try it.
Demon Fang!
Demon Fang.
Don't even try it.
Demon Fang.
Demon Fang!
Get him! Fireball!
Demon
Don't even
Fang.
try it.
Yeah, focus on me.
Get him! Fireball!
Demon Fang!
Okay. Genus used an apple gel on this guy.
Can't believe
Oh, he was one hit from dying. Okay. Combos will get progressively more and more important, so you're gonna want to get good at coordinating your team. Oh, special moves from different characters combo together?
I never thought you'd show up. Damn. Retreat for now.
Yeah, you better run. We didn't get to fight Bada. What a shame.
This guy's incredibly strong.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Is everyone all right? No one seems to be hurt.
Is that an X-Sphere?
How can I ever thank you for saving the Chosen?
I see. So this girl is the next Chosen.
That's right. I have to go accept the Oracle. Grandmother, I'm going to undergo the trial now.
What trial?
The monsters, I assume. An evil presence radiates from inside this chapel.
I know that voice.
Yes, that is correct. The Chosen is to receive judgment from heaven, but the priests that were to accompany her fell at the hands of the Desians.
Then I'll take on the job of protecting Colette.
Lloyd, I would be uneasy with just you.
Your name is Lloyd?
Sure is.
But who are you to ask for my name?
Everyone asks for each other's names, Lloyd.
I am Kratos, a mercenary. As long as you can pay me, I'll accept the job of guarding the Chosen.
Under the circumstances, I have little choice. Please be of service.
If you have a big boss and you see AI Lloyd wailing on a guy, you want to get in on it if they're not yet stunned. And if they are stunned, you want to join in at the end of their combo to keep it going. Okay. I'll try to keep track of what people are doing in combat. It's pretty hectic.
It's a deal, then.
Wait, I'm going too.
Lloyd, you'll only get in the way. Be a good boy and wait here.
Wait here, boy. What did you say?
What did you say?
Did I not make myself clear? You're a burden. Go home.
Mr. Kratos? Would it be okay to take Lloyd along too?
But
Please. I get nervous when Lloyd's not around.
do as you wish.
Let's go, Genus.
Hey, nobody said Genus could come.
I'm going too?
Of course.
This isn't a field trip, you know.
Thanks, Colette.
It's the truth.
This is chipper music for what's just been happening. So this is what the inside of the temple is like. Colette, you've been in here many times, right? Yeah, but it seems different than usual. Well, presumably because now there's monsters. I sense the presence of monsters. Don't let your guard down. We can handle a few measly monsters. Let's go. Wait, Lloyd, are your sword techniques self-taught? Yeah, Cam Clark is pretty cool. I got a bunch of trivia about him when I played Metal Gear Solid. The patron who picked that was real excited about Cam Clark, as well as one of my gay friends. Wait, Lloyd, are your sword techniques self-taught? Yeah, that's right. What is that? What is this thing? If you're going to use a sword, then at least learn the basics. You want to protect the Chosen, don't you? You think you know so much. Training manual, which we will immediately read. Oh yeah, Lloyd got a title. Tetra Slash, HP and Strength. Execution of the 4-combo attack by linking a special attack to a normal combo. Gotcha, cool. Oh, we need healing. Movement. Guard, open, use items, targeting, okay. Already seen this and figured it out. Oh, we should heal. Can I go back to town and heal? Or is there a priest out here who can heal me? We can go back to town and heal. Excellent. Oh, that's a lot of monsters. Alright, now we can proceed. Well, that guy looks robust. Damn it.
Take them down quickly. Blame your fate.
Alright, now let's explore the temple. Is there a save point in here anywhere?
Let's get started.
Work. Never stood a chance.
Oh, it's not prompting me to cook because I don't have the stuff to cook with, I guess. Probably the middle path is the way we're supposed to go. Worm!
We can do it.
Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Be clever.
Acquired skill Sonic Thrust.
Don't overdo it.
Acquired spell Stone Blast. How are they acquiring stuff? Oh, cooking heals at the end of battle. Oh, I was wondering why it wasn't in my inventory. Oh, tech. Sonic Thrust. Do I need to use the D-pad for that? You get specials by using specials. Okay. Forget? Are you limited in how many spells you can get? Huh. Oh, I'm stunned. Uh-oh.
Don't overdo it. First aid!
Oh, he's got a heal. All right.
Blame your fate.
Ooh, 2 apple gels. Excellent. All right, this is the way to... Whoops.
Let's go all out.
Yeah, I switched Sonic Thrust to be forward and backward.
Don't overdo it.
Oh, you regain TP by hitting them, huh? I'm actually playing Tales of Destiny right now, which was the second Tales game. Symphonia was the 5th. Cool. Alright, let's go up the middle path. See where this takes us. It's sealed. The Sorcerer's Ring can probably open it. It's enshrined in this temple. Where is it? Let's hurry up and go get it. I don't know. I'm sorry. Fine, we'll look for it. Man. Is this going to be a floor puzzle? Oh, no, it's just a glass floor. Okay. I bet that's the Sorcerer's Ring. Okay, let's go get it. Is Colette gonna jump off? Look, there's something here. Oh, boss fight. Okay.
This isn't our day.
I do need to learn how to guard.
Do it. Don't overdo it.
Got it.
Just as I expected.
You're not limited to the number of spells and specials, but once you start learning higher level spells and specials, the move you get will either be a T move or an S move. Every move past a certain level has a T and S variation. You can't have both. So if you'd rather have the S version to get the T version, you have to forget the T version. Okay. Wow, it turned into a rock. Well, it was kind of a rock to begin with. Oops. I'd say damn it, Colette, but that was a good call, actually. Oh, no. I see. I get it. What? What are you two talking about? Basic dungeon puzzle solving, Lloyds. Don't worry about it. In just a moment, it'll probably... See? There it is. Whoa, there's another one. Now let's take care of it and drop it down below. Lloyd just has no idea. Alright, let's see. We just had this one. We need this one. Probably need this one. Yeah. Alright, let's fight this thing.
One right after another. Don't overdo it.
Demon Fang!
Don't overdo it.
Press the wrong button to guard.
Take this.
Man, guarding is really effective in this game. Hey, Genus leveled. Okay. Let's move this all the way up here. Cool. Oh, wait, we need 2 up here. Okay. So we drop one down and push it when we get down there.
Here comes more of them.
Take this.
Ha! Lloyd learned Sonic Thrust first.
picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Okay. Let's push this one up here as well. Alright, we can push that down later. Where's the next rock? Rock monster. Oh, save point. Looks like I only needed 3. So this is the Sorcerer's Ring. I've heard about it before. It's a holy artifact of the Church of Martel. We should be able to deal with most traps and obstacles with this. Wow, let me try it. No, it's Colette's. Okay, Lloyd. You're such a little kid. Sorcerer's Ring was found. Use the press square. Oh, a little fireball. Oh, should I have pushed... Did I lock myself out of getting across this?
Don't let up.
Sonic thrust. Sonic thrust.
Sonic thrust.
Work.
Sonic thrust. You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Apple gel, hell yeah. Alright, let's see if there are any more rock monsters up here. Nope, think I locked myself out of some of this stuff. Oh well. You can save scum? True, but my last save was, a while ago.
Don't overdo it.
Who gave that ghost a hammer?
Just as I expected.
Another apple gel, cool. Try re-entering? Test for the Chosen. Everybody okay? Yeah, but why are there so many monsters in the temple? This is part of the Chosen's trial. Weren't you aware of that when you decided to join her? Of course I knew that. Janus didn't know. I'm sorry. It's my fault you're here. Don't worry about it. It's for the sake of bringing peace to the world. Dwarven vow number 1, right? I told you to stop bringing those up. You're the one who brings them up, Lloyd. Oh, nope. Rock monster's back. Excellent.
Don't let up. No way. No way.
Even back.
No way. Sonic. Just as I expected.
Hey, levels. Earn the title Combo Newbie. I should be doing stuff with the other, characters to earn titles, shouldn't I? Strength and accuracy. I saved after I did the first couple rock monsters. I see an ad in chat, so I'm going to avoid that message. Later, Crow. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Do I want... I'll go with HP for now. Oh, damn it. Well, I guess I'll push it over this way then.
One right after another. Don't overdo it.
Didn't block in time.
Don't overdo it.
Dwarven vow number 7.
Justice and love will always win.
Oh, I hate that saying.
You're the one who always brings the dwarven vows up, Lloyd. Alright, what's in the chest? Life bottle. Cool. Phoenix down. Awesome. Alright, do I have to leave the room and come back in to respawn the rocks? Nope. Right here. Cool.
Here comes more of them.
Don't overdo it.
Oh my god, stop that!
Don't overdo it. That's that.
Panacea bottle. That's a remedy, I assume. Panacea bottle cures poison, deadly poison, paralysis, petrify, and curse. Cool. Let's save now that we've done everything in this room. Oh yeah, let's take a look. My previous save was 20 minutes before that save I had made. So, not going to do that. Now let's go this way.
Let's go!
Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it.
Combos aren't working. Oh, she's out of TP, that's why. Okay.
And don't come back!
Magic lens. I wonder what that is. Magic lens. Oh, it's Libra. 3 chests. Apple gel. Life bottle. 250 gold. Or gold, I guess.
Don't you guys let up?
Out of my sight. Work.
I like that you get TP back when you attack.
Just wasn't your day.
Which is difficult for Genus because his attack sucks. Colette's default combo string is only 2 hits long, and the one special she currently has, she's really hard to get the hang of if you play Lloyd and Kratos primarily. Ah. Is this all the Sorcerer's Ring does? You get bored so easily.
This appears to be the top floor.
Well, that was a short dungeon. Whoops.
Then that shining thing there must be the Crucius Crystal.
Crucius, huh? Alright.
That's right. They say I was born with that in my hand.
That must have been uncomfortable for your mom.
Look at that light.
Trying your directional inputs for your combo strings? I haven't tried much for the basic attacks. I did do Marth's Rising Blade move when I held up an X with Lloyd.
What is that?
An angel, I would assume.
So, is that Colette's real father?
I am Remiel.
Whoops. I keep getting caught by surprise when this stuff auto-advances.
The time has come to awaken the goddess Martel, who sleeps at the center of the world.
Awaken the goddess Martel. It's just like the legend Rain told us about.
Is Kratos gonna betray us? Also, the more I'm playing of this, the more I think I did not play this as when I was younger. I think it might have been Abyss that I played.
From this moment, Colette becomes the chosen of regeneration. We of Crucius bless this event, and hereby bestow the Tower of Salvation upon Silverant.
Oh, that's a tall one. Tower of Babel-esque thing. Spend the rest of the game getting a quest line to get a rocket launcher to get upstairs.
So that's the Tower of Salvation.
Now the world will be saved.
Well, you've still got to get Colette there.
Colette, the chosen of regeneration.
I humbly accept this task.
Very good. We of Crucius shall grant you the power of the angels with each seal you unlock. Once you are reborn as an angel, this eroded world shall be regenerated.
Something tells me that's not going to go quite the way that it seems on the surface.
Thank you. I swear on my life I will regenerate the world.
First, head south to the Seal of Fire. Offer your prayers in that distant land.
Yes, Lord Remiel. Oh, wait! Please wait! I have a question I wish to ask of you. Are you really my
First, head to the Seal of Fire. Understood, my beloved daughter Colette?
He didn't say that until she asked about him being her father.
Father! So you really are my true father.
We shall meet again at the next seal, my daughter.
I guess it's my implicit mistrust of anything to do with the church in JRPGs. I can't believe Remiel is my father. I'm alright. I was just a little surprised, that's all. So that was the Oracle. I wish Rain could have seen him. Oh, not warp. I want to talk to Kratos. There we go. Colette must now go on a long journey to search for those seals. You've received the oracle. Then let us leave now, Chosen. Oh, yes. We're going on ahead. Thank you. Both of you. Please stop by my house later. She left. The rumor was true. What rumor? That Colette is the daughter of an angel and is not really related to her current father. Even if you're not related by blood, family is family. Absolutely. At least that's what I think. I'm sorry. Hey, don't worry about it. I'm stuck with just Lloyd and Genus. Marvelous! Professor? What? What are you two doing here? You're supposed to be studying in class. We were getting a hands-on lesson, Rain. Uh-oh. Rain, I'm sorry. What? That's... okay. If he's your kid, I guess you can get away with picking up and spanking him, but you cannot get away with picking up Lloyd and spanking him. You're next, Lloyd. Are you ready? Run, Lloyd! Whoa, no, hey, stop! Oh, hi, Teddy. Ow! Now, you two, if you've learned your lesson, go back home. There will be no class for the rest of the day. What about you? I've received permission from Phaedra to study this temple a little while longer. It's not often that ordinary citizens have the opportunity to enter this place. What was that? You're better off not knowing. Oh, that was Rain cackling like a madwoman. Fun. So angels really do have wings. Yeah, just like in the scriptures of the Church of Martel. But, you know, I bet it's a hassle when they have to change their clothes. Huh? I guess so. I've been playing Crisis Core, so that... those wings... And you'd have to make holes in your clothes for the wings to go through, too. Have you been thinking about this the whole time, Lloyd? Well, yeah. I mean, aren't you curious? I wonder if they get in the way when they sleep. Being an angel is pretty inconvenient, huh? I suppose so. I've been playing Crisis Core for a while now. And it's so obvious that Angeal and Genesis haven't changed their clothes in months because they've got a big-ass hole through which their wings poke. And they can't get them off. Uh-oh. What's wrong? I forgot to return the Sorcerer's Ring. Then we could just give it back to Phaedra. Say. No. But we went through a lot of trouble to get it. No one's going to get mad if we borrow it for a while. Come on, please. Fine, fine. You're not going to do anything bad, are you? Can you save on the field? Yes, you can. Cool. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about various Tales of games. Symphonia and Abyss I always hear are really good. Vesperia I hear is very good. But I've heard there are a bunch of bad ones, or games that at least some Tales fans think are bad. Like Berseria, I think I heard was bad. Zillia, I think I heard was bad. But Arise, I hear, is the best game in the series since Symphonia? Or since Abyss, I can't remember. I hate Abyss, but I can acknowledge it's a good game. Legendia is garbage? Well, with a name like Legendia... Oh, Berseria is a good one. Ah. Arise is good, great combat, but pretty formulaic. I actually picked it up, a disc copy, like last year for like $40, in preparation to play it at some point. The Oracle. I'm kind of disappointed. I thought the Oracle was going to be a much bigger event. What sort of things were you expecting? You know, something amazing. Like what, for example? An angel as big as a mountain comes flying down from heaven, carrying the Tower of Salvation. Then he sticks the tower into the ground. Yeah, okay, Lloyd. The only thing I've heard about Zillia is that it's not good. If those Dezions were from that human ranch in the Iselia forest, they may still be around. Lloyd, even if you run into Dezions on the way back to your house, don't fight them. Oh, all the games I'd heard were bad. People are saying are great in chat. Genus fought too. Wow, elven magic is so cool. Is Genus an elf? The mayor's attending a meeting about the Chosen's journey. Oh, now I can go into places. Cool. There is nobody in here. Can I read this? No. Can I read this? No. I never thought I'd see the Tower of Salvation with my own eyes. Thank you, Goddess. Oh, hello, Doge. Elves are long-lived, right? Then I wonder if the professor is older than my grandmother. If you leave your door locked, you've got to be sure there's nothing of value. That's how you get protagonist infestations. Man, these books look really tough. Does the professor always read stuff like this? No, they're Genuses. These are mine, Lloyd. I was right! Tales of the Tempest was so bad that Namco made up the Mothership title distinction so they could pretend it didn't count as a real Tales game. What is the Mothership title distinction? They're all Rain's old books, but they're so interesting. I had to read all of them. Alright, meathead. Books are cool. It's locked. Genus, unlock this. Books are cool, Lloyd. The professor and Genus are elves, right? Half-elves are scary, but elves are cool. What's wrong with half-elves? So the Chosen really is an angel. That must be hard on Frank. He raised a daughter that wasn't really his. She's his daughter. Like, even if not by blood, she's his daughter. Aren't we going to Colette's house? I know. Okay, then. Hey, Lloyd, ask your father to make a figure of the Tower of Salvation in commemoration of the Oracle. If Dirk makes it, I'm sure it'll be really good. He is a dwarf, after all. Lloyd is a dwarf? He doesn't look like a dwarf. Oh, this is the shop, right. How come everyone's so happy? Well, religion, kid. Desians are half-elves, right? I wish the Desians and the half-elves both died off during the Ancient War. What is wrong with half-elves? Why do people hate half-elves? I'm gonna loot your drawers because you're racist. If an elf and a human have a kid, do they give birth to a monster or something? Yay! Cleaning! Cleaning! Who are you? You're not a child. My wife chased me out of the house. It's because she's cleaning. Let's go interrupt her. I need to do a thorough job of cleaning for tomorrow. Out of my way. Hey, let me in. Let me in. Fine.
Then, we shall entrust the protection of the Chosen to Kratos and Rain.
Oh, Rain's going with her. Cool.
I have no objections.
Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Oh, you're back. Thank you for your assistance earlier. Please accept this small thanks.
Collector's book.
Thank you.
Thanks, Phaedra. Say,
Oh, it's Phaedra.
were you talking about the world regeneration journey just now?
Yes.
Wow, I want to go too. I want to see Colette regenerate the world.
If Rain is going, I want to go too.
No, you'll get in the way.
What?
The battles at the chapel were nothing compared to the journey that awaits us. Children need to stay home.
He does have a point, Lloyd.
Kratos is absolutely right. Now then, we still have things to discuss. You two should go on home.
Please wait. I'm sorry.
It's not like it's your fault.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Listen. Never mind.
Oh yeah! Happy birthday, Colette! I baked you some cookies. If I knew you'd be leaving tomorrow, I would have made something a little more special, but...
No, I love your cookies. Thank you very much.
So what about
Something
you,
for the
Lloyd?
road, huh?
You promised to make her a necklace, right?
I bet Lloyd forgot.
Don't tell me you forgot.
It's almost done. I'll give it to you tomorrow before you leave. I swear.
Really, I'm so happy. As soon as I find out when we're leaving, I'll go to your house to let you know.
Better hurry up, Lloyd.
Isn't it going to be dangerous?
I'm the Chosen, remember? I'll be fine. See you later then.
You will not, Colette. You will not be fine.
Liar.
If I start on it now, I'll finish it in time.
Oh, really? Well, whatever. By the way, you're going home now, right? Can I go part of the way with you?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, but where are you going to go?
I'm going to see a friend.
Is the friend me?
Huh? I didn't know you had friends outside the village besides me.
Does it matter? Anyway, can we swing by my house so I can get my stuff?
It is a little odd that the voice lines pause mid-sentence. But it makes sense with the way the text boxes are structured. Man, that Kratos really pisses me off. Are you still mad that he said you just get in the way? I mean, I know he's strong and all. I guess I'd feel bad too if someone put down the only redeeming quality I had. Oh! Hey, what do you mean only? Oh, going in. Only the way a friend could. Let's see. There should be some ingredients for sandwiches in here. When you said you wanted to get ready, you meant picking up ingredients? Why are you bothering with that? The guide says you can get a title at school. I don't want to follow a guide unless Adder wants me to. So please don't tell me stuff from the guide. You shouldn't make fun of cooking, Lloyd. We can't use healing arts, so we need to use food to keep up our strength. Yeah, I guess you're right. Apple gels aren't cheap after all. Ha! Every time I see someone talk about Kratos on the internet, I get excited thinking it's Tales of Symphonia talk, but it always ends up God of War Kratos, and then I'm left disappointed. Yeah, I should try God of War 2018, but I watched a playthrough of it years ago, and I don't know if I'd like it. Exactly. Cooking is important. Hear an explanation about cooking? Sure. You can cook if you have recipes. Cooking uses a combination of required ingredients and additional ingredients. The latter are added according to each character's personal taste. You can cook the dish if you have all the required ingredients, but it will only have the basic list in effect. Each recipe has a level associated for each of the character. Higher level means higher rate of success and leads to more additional ingredients and effects. You can also cook after battle by pressing X in battle results. Where are the ingredients for sandwich? How many ingredients for sandwich have I got? Beef and greens. It bothers me that the symbol for lemon is a strawberry. Yeah, 2018 was 5 years ago, and it makes me feel old. Hey, it's Rain. Professor? Oh, Lloyd, Genus. Class is over for today. We know that. I heard that you're going with Colette on the journey? Yes, that's right. It's too dangerous a journey to send Colette alone. But then what's Genus going to do? I've asked Frank and Phaedra to take care of him. Rain, Genus, I promise I'll come back, so please don't look like that. Lloyd, please look after Genus for me. Yeah. Please be careful, Rain. Don't do anything dangerous, and don't go near any ruins. I'll be fine. Promise me you'll come back. Genus obtained the title of Brotherly Love. Oh god, Frozen is 10 years old? Holy crap! HP and defense, cool. Well then, we'll be going. Alright. Oren was 35? What? I'm turning as old as Oren this year? What? No, I refuse to believe that. Well, he was prematurely aged by, fucking dying. So there's that. Time is illegal, yeah. Oh, we already went to his house, right. Lloyd, do something about this thing. What? Your pet, this creature. Noish. Oh, he's a friend. Hey, how many times have I told you not to enter the village? Hey, you always have him bring you to the village. Don't talk to him that way. Oh, that reminds me. Lloyd, the mayor wanted me to ask you a question. From the mayor? What is it? It's about the Northwest Forest that you go through. You know there's a human ranch on the way through, right? You haven't been playing near the ranch, have you? Of course not. Right, Genus? Yeah, of course not. Really? If so, that's fine, but that weird animal... How many times do I have to tell you that Noish is a dog? Sorry, he just doesn't look like a dog. Anyway, make sure he doesn't go near the ranch either. We can go now, right? Let's go, Lloyd. Be careful, you two. Oh, is Genus's friend at the ranch? We will. See you tomorrow. Time to go, Noish. By the way, Noish, why were you trying to go into the village? He was probably looking for you. You think so? Do I have Noish in my party now? I do not. Alright, one sec. Gotta blow my nose.
You're going down!
Sonic Thrust!
Get him!
All right. Don't let up. Demon Fang! You picked the wrong guy to mess with. Don't let up. Get him! Sonic Sonic
Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's go all out.
Get him!
Sonic Thrust!
Get him! Doom Blast! Get him! Doom Blast! Get him! Doom Blast!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Get him!
Demon Fang!
And don't come back!
I've been muted this... Oh, damn it. Whoops. How long was I muted? Okay, only like 5 minutes. Cool. Oh, save point. Here's my stop. At the Desian human ranch. Doesn't going there violate the non-aggression treaty? The Desians already attacked the temple. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. I know I'm not supposed to, but there's someone I just have to tell about the Oracle. Alright, but I'm worried about you going alone, so I'm going with you. You're not an elf. You're not an elf, Lloyd. I'm sure you'll get in trouble and they won't be happy to see you. Alright. I have saved, so I'm going to take a quick break, go to the bathroom, have a snack. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Alright, I'm back. Well, this is dangerous. Just casual slavery. What is the point of these big boxes? Marble, that's her name?
Genius. Is that your friend?
Yeah, I'm Lloyd.
I am pleased to meet you.
Marble, did you see it? There was an oracle.
Yes, I did. I saw the Tower of Salvation. Now the Chosen's journey of regeneration can finally begin. I hope it is successful this time.
The last Chosen failed, right?
Yes, I heard the Chosen was killed by Desians during the journey.
I wonder if Colette will be all right.
Well, Kratos and Rain can probably handle things, but we should definitely go along to help.
Let us pray to Martel. May she guide the Chosen on a safe journey.
Huh? Hey, Gramps.
Her name's Marble.
Oh, is that an X-Sphere embedded in her, in the back of her hand?
Marble, isn't that an X-Sphere?
Oh, is that what this is called? They placed it on me shortly after I came here.
Yeah, that's definitely an X-Sphere, but there's no key crest on it. An X-Sphere without a key crest is dangerous.
What's a key crest? And how is it dangerous?
Attaching an X-Sphere directly to your skin supposedly makes you sick.
Well, why'd they do it to her then? Would they want her active and healthy? To work better?
But ironically, it's useless unless you attach it directly onto the skin. So, in order to prevent it from making you sick, you carve a spell into a special ore and use that as a mount for the X-Sphere. That's the key crest.
You're very knowledgeable.
So you've got an implant in the back of your hand, Lloyd?
But it looks like Marble's X-Sphere doesn't have a mount at all.
Nope, doesn't look like it. If the charm was the only thing needed, I could carve one myself, but there's nothing I can do without the inhibitor ore that acts as the mount.
There has to be something you can do, Lloyd.
Well, he needs the special rock, Genus.
It's not as easy as you think. Key crests are dwarven technology.
Your dad's a dwarf. Please ask him for help, Lloyd.
Okay.
Fine. I'll ask him.
All right. That's why I like you, Lloyd.
And when she's caught with it, she's going to be in huge trouble. Ah, this is a shitty situation.
Please don't trouble yourself.
Hey, old hag! What the hell you doing over there?
Oh no, the Desians. Run away, you two. Hurry.
She'll get in trouble, and we'll get the village in trouble if we're caught.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, just go.
I'm sorry, Marble.
What are you doing over here? Who said you could slack off? Get back to work.
I'm sorry.
What's with that look, huh? Looks like someone's got an attitude problem.
Oh, they sucked.
No, of course not.
Shut up! You two, take her to the back. We're gonna give her a little lesson on respect.
Yeah.
Oh man, if only we had the forces to be able to
Oh, this doesn't look
burn
good.
this place to
They're
the
taking her
ground.
to the back.
But what can we do?
There's gotta be something we can do. Let's find higher ground where we can see what's going on in there.
Oh man, we have to save Gramps. Oh, okay, so I have to find it in here somewhere. Oh man, if only we had the resources to burn this place to the ground without attracting the ire of the Desians on our village. Can I climb this rock wall? I can.
It looks like we can go up from here.
What's the action button? The information displayed in the lower right shows the action the player may take. I've been using it all along. Why is it only teaching me about this now? And he's got ups for a dwarf. Orange gel. 30% of max TP. Cool.
We've got to save her.
But how?
You attack the Desians from here with magic.
What? Aren't we gonna get in trouble?
Okay. As much as I am offended by the idea of letting slavers continue what they're doing, if you attack this human ranch and try to free the human slaves, it's going to come back on your village and the Desians are going to attack. Also, your children. You are children.
We don't have a choice. Afterwards, hide among the bushes and make your way back to the village. I'll act as the decoy.
But that'll put you in danger.
Don't worry. I'll head down the cliff so they don't see my face. Then I'll run in the opposite direction from the village.
Okay. You should replenish your energy before we do this. I've got some leftover cookies from the ones I gave to Colette. Here, have some.
You didn't give her the whole batch? Fully healed. Excellent.
What the? Furious! Stop him! Open the main gate!
Are you all right, Marble? Quickly, come this way!
Genus, Lloyd, thank you.
Oh, balls.
Ow.
What was that?
Oh, balls.
You little brat!
All right, well, let's get our murder on. I am always down for killing slavers.
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Where'd the audio go? Okay, there we go. Lloyd, you're supposed to go in the opposite direction from the village.
Lloyd, they saw your face. I'm sorry, it's all my fault.
Don't worry about it.
But
You were supposed to go in the opposite direction from the village, Lloyd.
I took out the ones that saw my face, and the rest of them are still back up on the cliff. As long as we hurry up and get out of here, they'll never know.
Oh, okay.
Just do my homework for me, okay?
Oh, come on, Lloyd. Really? You're gonna hold that over him?
Okay.
All right, then. I'm gonna head on home. You should head back to the village.
Lloyd, thanks for helping Marble.
Hey, that's what friends are for, right?
Oh, okay. He is going in the opposite direction of the village. Good. What's that
Analyze the
arm
data from
cannon?
the gate surveillance system.
Oh, great. They've got security cameras. They have that level of technology in this world?
Yes, sir!
How did a mere human make that kind of jump?
Received Genus's equipment. Oh, he's going to be out of the party for a while, huh? Oh, great. I'm all by myself now.
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
boy. How do I sort? I suppose he did have an arm cannon, you're right.
Let's go all out.
Okay.
Over limit?
Sonic thrust.
What does over limit mean?
Sonic thrust. Sonic thrust. You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Are these apple gels gonna last until I get home? I should have bought more in town. Oh hey, an apple gel. Cool. That's probably the way forward. So let's see what's up here. Another apple gel. Cool. Super armor, and you can chain specials that aren't supposed to chain. Cool.
Let's go all out. Demon Bang. Sonic thrust. Sonic thrust. Sonic thrust. You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Another apple gel. Excellent. Leather glove. Okay. Oh, I don't have gear on. Oh. Okay, well, thanks for your equipment, Genus. $500 gold. Cool.
Don't let up. Sonic thrust. Sonic thrust. You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
I wonder what the grade is for. Okay, that's just a hint that there's a chest over there. You okay there, Worm? You gonna be alright? Yeah? Orange gel, cool.
Let's go all out. Sonic thrust. Sonic thrust. Sonic thrust. Demon Bang. Just as I expected.
Excuse me. I'm home, Mom. Aw. Wait, where the hell were you, Noish? Let's go talk to his mom. I'm home, Mom. Why did it have a fade out and fade back in for one line?
Welcome back.
Hi, Dad. Say, is there any chance you could make me a key crest?
Why do you need a key crest all of a sudden?
I met someone today who has an X-Sphere without a key crest.
Lloyd, why don't you share your father's accent?
An X-sphere without a key crest is bad for you, right? Or wait, don't tell me that it's too late. Once you've attached an X-sphere without a key crest to your body.
Nah, not at all. But even removing an X-sphere that lacks a key crest is dangerous. So, the only thing to do is make an accessory out of inhibitor ore and carve the charm into that, making it into the key crest instead.
Huh. And then it'll be okay, huh? Then could you make me a bracelet as soon as possible?
They will confiscate it the moment they notice it on her hand, Lloyd.
Just a minute. The X-sphere with no key crest that you're talking about. Who has it?
Huh? A traveler? A traveling mercenary.
Baloney. X-spheres are basically only used by Desians. If he took one from a Desian, it should already have a key crest on it.
Well...
Dwarven vow number 11. Lying is the first step to the path of thievery.
They live right outside of a village where no one has his accent? Fair enough.
Tell me the truth. Why do you need a key crest?
I met someone at the ranch today who had an X-sphere equipped without a key crest.
You went to the ranch?
I'm sorry. A bunch of stuff happened and...
You didn't let the Desian see your X-sphere, did you?
No, don't worry, I made sure. But why is it so important to hide this thing? The mercenary that came to the village today wore his right out in the open.
Your X-sphere is special.
What's special about it?
Special? Is it different from the ones the Desians have equipped?
That X-sphere is your mother's keepsake. The Desians killed your mother in order to take it from her.
They did?
I told you about how I found you at the cliff near the ranch, right? Your mother was still conscious at that time, so she explained everything. There's no doubt about it.
Why didn't you ever tell me?
Oh, Dirk's not his biological father, huh?
If I had, you'd have run out and tried to take revenge on the Desians. The Tower of Salvation appeared today. Just leave the rest to Colette. Let her take care of the Desians too.
But still...
Don't get involved with the Desians. Your mother protected you and that X-sphere with her life. Don't go throwing either away.
So will you make me the key crest?
Boy, have you been listening at all?
Yeah, I heard you. But you can't expect me not to do anything now that I know.
Yes, he can, Lloyd.
You don't have to hit me! Oh,
Hello?
let me guess. You heard that just now?
What? I guess Colette dragged him along?
I'm sorry. Because of me, you...
It's okay. It's not your fault.
Lloyd, you should go speak to Colette.
Who is, you know, right in front of you?
We'll wait here.
Okay.
Lloyd, let's go up to the terrace.
Sure.
Sure. I'm sorry for not finishing your birthday present in time.
It's okay. Don't worry about that.
But this sort of thing is special because you get it on your birthday, you know?
Well then, will you just wish me a happy birthday?
Of course. Happy birthday.
Thanks. I'm glad I was able to live to this day.
What are you talking about? You're going to keep on living and regenerate the world.
I'm not sure that she wasn't being serious there. She might not live past regenerating the world.
Yeah.
Oh, she's definitely gonna die when she regenerates the world.
So, about tomorrow, I can't come along with you, can I?
Well, it's just that the Desians will be after us, and it's gonna be a dangerous journey.
Desians. Up till now, I always thought my mom died in an accident. But she was murdered by Desians. Now that I know the truth, there's no way that I could keep living in a village that has a treaty with them.
Yeah.
Just,
We're leaving tomorrow
yeah.
at noon.
Yeah.
So would you come to the village around then?
Okay, you got it. Now I'll be able to see you become an angel with my own eyes.
No, you won't. You won't be with her, remember?
Yeah, so Lord Remiel really is my father. I'm the child of an angel.
Does it matter? Regardless of who your real father is, you're still you. Nothing's changed. You just have two fathers. Just think of yourself as being lucky for having more than most people do.
I suppose you're right.
World regeneration, huh? It's kind of exciting.
Yeah, releasing the seals, becoming an angel. Then finally...
Finally?
Finally,
nothing.
shuffling off this mortal coil.
Anyway, if we go to the Seal of Fire, I'll get to see my father again. I'm going to do my best.
Yeah, me too.
Man, Colette's voice actress keeps blowing out her microphone.
Are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm coming. See you later, Lloyd.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Goodbye.
All right, time to make that present.
It's pretty late. You better hurry. Think the later version of her voice actor was changed? Yeah, she's kind of a weak performance compared to Lloyd's. It's finished. Okay, I better have a talk with Dad. I wonder if it's in my inventory. Okay, what is this collector's book? Have you recorded everything? Oh, it's items and weapons and monsters and stuff. 2% of weapons. Okay, there are 50 ingredients then. Stock up on lenses? Oh, is there a bestiary as well? Your dad, you over visited Mom? Yeah, you are.
Dad, about yesterday, I just...
Here. That's the key crest you wanted.
Oh, he actually made it?
You can use it however you like. Just remember, I did try to stop you.
This is unwise, Dirk.
Dad, thanks.
Word of vow number 2. Never abandon someone in need. I'm just going along with the teachings.
Dad, I'm going on a journey. I'm going to help Colette regenerate the world so that I can avenge my mom.
Yeah, I figured you were going to say that.
Oh, it gives them health bars. Ah. Using a lens lets you see a monster's HP forever. Oh.
Take this with you. I've put together some things you'll need for your trip.
2 apple gels and a life bottle. And 500 gold. Silverette map. Cool.
So you're forgiving me?
Yeah, but remember, this is your home. You're still my son, regardless of blood. Come back here anytime you're tired.
I will. Wish me luck.
Lloyd, don't ever forget Dwarven Vow number 7.
Goodness and love will always win, right?
That one is kind of corny.
Man, that's such a cheesy line for anyone to be saying these days. Don't worry, I won't forget it. Let's go, Noish. It's time to regenerate the world. Huh?
Oh, Genus.
What are you doing here?
Lloyd, you're still here?
Genus! Good timing. I got my dad to make Marble's key crest.
That's great and all. What about seeing Colette off?
Oh, yeah, about that. I've decided to join her.
Are you stupid or something? Colette and the others left a long time ago.
Oh, whoops.
What?
I came looking for you because you never showed up.
You've got to be kidding me.
Lloyd, go to the village, now.
Yeah, come on, come on!
Well, that's a big whoops. Lloyd, Phaedra was looking for you. Phaedra? Okay. Well, that's a big whoops. Colette said she was leaving at noon, so why did she... She was acting overly cheerful before she left, telling everyone, I'll be fine and I'll do my best. Probably couldn't stand to say goodbye. I bet she's hiding something. She always acts like that when she's worried or hiding something. Maybe so. I bet Phaedra would probably know something. That's my parents calling. Hang on, guys. Sorry about that. The game froze because I clicked off of it. A lot of the games I play on PC have this weird thing where they pause the game when you deselect the window, and it's very annoying because the music stops. And that leaves you guys with nothing but a blank frozen screen. So, I'm not a fan. Alright, Dirk the Craftsman. Say, Lloyd, there's something I've been wondering about for a while. What? How do you and Dirk sustain your livelihood? Livelihood? You know, how he makes money and stuff. Every so often, Dad gets requests to craft things. Apparently, it's good money. Wow, I didn't know Dirk was famous. He says he's well known for what he does. Well, that's cool. Famous Dad. Oh, hello, Lloyd. Phaedra, is it true that Colette already left? Indeed. Did she tell me the wrong time? Colette asked me to give you this letter.
Dear Lloyd, by the time you read this, I will have already left on my journey. I'm sorry for lying to you. The world regeneration journey is full of peril. Many Chosens have failed. I care about you too deeply to let you get involved.
Well, too bad, Colette.
I'm gonna do my best to stop the monsters and the Desians. So I want you to live a happy and peaceful life in the regenerated world. Thank you so much for your friendship and kindness all these years.
Oh yeah, she is definitely going to die if she goes through with this.
I'm really lucky to have met you. Farewell, Colette.
What is this? This almost sounds like a will. Yes, you could call it that. What do you mean? Lloyd, Genus, there is something we hid from you and everyone in the village. Colette, no, the Chosen is already... Whoa! What was that? Are you alright? Here, let me heal you. Be careful. Sudden save point. Oh, hello. Oh, I knew this was gonna fuck up the village. Alright, save point first. Alright, well, Lloyd's the one who's going to be in the fray more, so he's got the defense gear. Burn! Burn! Look, more survivors. Kill them. Kill all the miserable worms. You'll pay for this.
All right, let's go.
To inferior beings?
All right.
What is going to be in the framework, but Genus is made of tissue paper? That's a fair point.
Lloyd Irving, come forth!
You've come to attack the village again? I've had enough of this!
What are you talking about? He speaks nonsense. Ignore him.
Listen up, inferior beings. I am Forcestus, one of the 5 Desian Grand Cardinals. I am a superior half-elf who rules over the farm where we cultivate you pathetic humans.
Half-elf?
Lloyd, you, a human, have been found guilty for the crime of violating the non-aggression treaty. Therefore, I bring judgment upon you and this village.
I fucking told you, Lloyd.
You violated the treaty too. You tried to murder the Chosen.
Us? Kill the Chosen? I see now. They must be after the Chosen.
Hey, are you saying you aren't the ones that attacked Colette?
I have no need to explain myself to the likes of you. The only thing that matters is that you, Lloyd Irving, have been in contact with host body F-192.
Host body?
Our guards.
What have you done? How many times have we told you to stay away from the ranch?
Yeah, this one's kind of on you, Lloyd.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry as the village burns to the ground.
We've prepared prepared an appropriate opponent for your crime.
Oh, that's freaky. Oh, it's marble, isn't it?
What is that thing?
Now, receive your punishment.
That's probably marble.
Damn!
Boy, I'll help too.
Let's go all out.
Ow. Ow. I took damage from landing? That's funny.
There. No way. No way.
All right.
No way.
Using up all my apple gels.
There. No way. Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush. No way. Sonic Rush. No way. No way. Sonic Rush.
Oh, uh-oh.
Sonic Rush.
Don't bother me.
Okay, we need to apple gel immediately.
There.
Fireball.
Demon Fang.
Oh, Getus, get away. Get away, Getus.
Demon Fang.
Here.
Demon Fang. Sonic Rush. No way. Sonic
Here.
Rush. Demon Fang. No way. Demon Fang. Demon Fang.
Fireball.
Sonic Rush. Demon Fang. Demon Fang.
Okay, got it.
Just
Whew!
your day.
Whew! That was rough. Failed at making sandwich. You can fail?
Lord Persistus, just as you thought, that boy has an X-Sphere.
It must be the one from the Angelus project that we've been searching for. Give it to me.
Oh, Lord, you done fucked up bad.
No! This is a memento of my mom's, who you Desians murdered!
What are you talking about? Your mother was...
Run away, Genus, Lloyd.
What was that voice? It sounded like marble.
It can't be.
Get away! Hurry! Genus, you were like a grandson to me. Thank you.
Was she gonna explode? Oh, she's gonna explode! Alright, we are definitely getting driven out of the village. Oh, and Lloyd has a key sphere for the X-Sphere, or a key crest for the X-Sphere. So maybe Genus can use this one.
No! Protect Lord Persistus!
Lloyd, we will always come after you as long as you possess that X-Sphere.
What village? Oof!
Always.
Marble? Marble! No!
our village. It's all your fault.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lloyd, you need to be much more than sorry.
You think you can fix this by apologizing? The Desians marked you as their enemy. As long as you are here, this village will never be at peace. Do you understand?
Wait a minute! You're going to exile him?
I mean, yes, Genus.
That's not fair! Lloyd didn't do anything wrong! He just saved Marble!
Any involvement with the ranch is forbidden. There are no exceptions.
So it's okay to let people die at the human ranch as long as the village is safe?
The people at the ranch are just going to rot there anyway.
Yes. Had you not done something so stupid, they'd have been the only ones that died.
Okay, look. It fucking sucks to have to maintain this status quo. But the villagers have no way to help the people at the human ranch, right? If they try, they die. Period. End of story. Nothing accomplished. So I don't blame them at all for not trying. As shitty as it is, I don't blame them at all for not trying, and Lloyd did just fuck up royally by trying. God, that sucks though.
You humans are all the same.
That's enough, Genus. This was my fault. I'll leave.
Mayor, surely you don't have to be so strict on a child.
What are you saying? Do you realize how many people died here because of him?
That's Lloyd's voice actor putting on a deeper voice.
It's not Lloyd's fault! I'm the one that took him to the ranch, so it's my fault!
But it's Lloyd the Desians are after. And besides, Lloyd isn't from this village to begin with. He's an outsider, raised by a dwarf.
Then I'm leaving too. I'm just as guilty as he is.
Colette's voice actor was the heavyset woman who said the humans at the ranch were just gonna rot anyway. I didn't notice. I didn't notice that at all.
Genus.
Fine. By the rights vested in me as mayor, I hereby announce the banishment of Lloyd and Genus from the village of Isalia. Get out!
And it's not like Genus can get any of his stuff. Because, his house burned to the ground.
Please catch up to the Chosen and protect her. If in doing so, the world is saved, surely everyone will change their minds about you.
I'm sure Colette would want that as well.
Yes. I will atone for what I've done. I swear to protect Colette, for the sake of those who have died because of me.
I'll follow you, Lloyd. It's my fault that you were banished. So I promise to stick by you always.
Also, I've been banished too, so I don't really have anywhere to go except with you and my sister.
Say, Genus, why don't you use that X-Sphere? That's Marble's memento.
Okay.
I'll explain to you on how to use the key crest later. After all, looks like it's going to be a long journey.
Yeah.
The Chosen and her group headed south for the Triet Desert. You'll find the Church of Martel's Houses of Salvation along your journey. There is an inn within each facility, so rest at one when you are tired. Oh, we got healed before the cutscene. Okay. Well, this sucks. Oh, Noish, are you going to come with? Let's go, Noish. Don't throw your lives away. May the goddess Martel protect you. Lloyd obtained the title of Drifting Swordsman. Alright, let's see what that title does. Drifting Swordsman. Just defense. Are there like, are there different, oh wait. Oh, Drifting Swordsman is strength and defense. Okay. We will focus on HP and defense at the moment. Alright, well, let's go check in with Dad. Oh, and I can't buy any apple gels. I should have bought apple gels. Oh, no.
Let's get this over with.
Required spell Windblade. Nice.
I was just warming up.
Say, Genus. What, Lloyd? Why do Desians exist? If it weren't for them, everybody would be able to live happy lives. I wonder, would everyone really be able to live happily? Sorry, that's right. Desians are the cause of everything that's wrong. Well, duh, of course. Yeah, of course. What if Genus and Rain are half-elves too, and not just elf-elves?
Let's go all out. Sonic thrust. You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
In Japan, these skits were voiced. For some reason, Symphonia and Abyss English versions didn't voice the skits. I was wondering about that. Because clearly they're designed to be voiced. Hey, Dad. Dad, you'll need to head for the desert. Be careful. And don't forget the dwarven vows. Really? You're not going to be mad at me for... Alright. You're not even going to comment on the village getting burned down? You just magically know where I'm supposed to go? Alright. Bye, Dad. Let's say bye to Mom before we go. I'm home, Mom. Well, this was a pointless trip. Where am I going?
Let's go all out. Sonic thrust. Take. Sonic thrust. Take. 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 Sonic thrust.
I feel good today.
I'm glad one of us does. I'm running low on apple gels. Shit. Ah, here we go. I didn't need to walk into that.
Get started.
Demon Fang. Take. Demon. Not bad, am I?
I'm getting lots of other kinds of healing items, at least.
Let's go all out.
Oh, what was that commentary, Genus? Oh man, your sister is gonna be pissed when she finds out you got banished from the village. Oh man.
Reinforcements, huh?
Sonic thrust!
Demon Fang! Just as I expected.
Alright, Système Salve. Alright, south to the desert. Oh, what's this? Nova's Caravan. Items? Who is it? I'm sorry, I just wondered who was here. I'm the only one here right now. Who are you? Are you on a pilgrimage? Of a sort? We're... Pilgrimage? Yeah, something like that. I see. That's quite admirable for someone so young. Please, feel free to rest here. Thank you. Oh, thank God. I'm sure it's tough, but you mustn't get discouraged. Will you sell me items? Sell me items. Sell me items. Oh, hey, save point. Let's do some fights.
Let's get this over with. Get him! Boom blast! Sonic thrust! Sonic thrust! Get him! Sonic thrust! Take!
I was just warming up.
What level are we? 6 and 6? How much EXP do we need? Oh, 87 and 371. Let's get Genus to level 7. And then we'll go.
Reinforcements, huh?
Hitting all 3 of them at once.
Just as I expected.
XP 25.
Let's get this over with. Get him!
Sonic
Get him! Fireball! Keep working on it, okay?
You come here.
Don't let up. Sonic thrust! Demon Fang! Like that?
Oh, I just knocked him out of the fireball range.
Just
Whoops.
as I expected.
Alright, how much EXP have we gotten? Maybe we don't wait for Genus to hit level 7. Maybe we just go. Because that'll take a while. Like, I'm not wrong, right? I'm not off base. Lloyd and Genus 100% should not have, were in the wrong for, doing what they did. Because they should have known what would have happened to their village. Oh, nice, you did come with. Huh? What is it? What's that in your mouth? Is it a gift from Dad? Look, your bag's open. You probably dropped it yourself. Oh, thanks, Noish. Let's see. It's a letter from Dad. From Dirk? Yeah, I wonder what's written in it. Dear Lloyd, did you read the Traveler's Guide? It has the 7 most well-known dwarven vows, as well as knowledge necessary for your journey written in it. Make use of this information and be sure to protect Colette. Like, their decision was completely understandable, right? Like, that lady was in need, and, and their kids. Like, they didn't think about it too hard. But they absolutely should not have done that. Make use of this information and be sure to protect Colette. 14 years have passed since I found you and started raising you. You were still barely able to walk. I remember how you were scared of me and always crying. And now you've grown into a strong swordsman. Yep, I guess I would have to be a strong swordsman to accomplish everything I have with wooden swords. Dad. P.S. It's not written in the Traveler's Guide, so I'll write here about how to use EX gems. Read it carefully and reference it as needed. Yes! To set an EX skill, first select EX skills from the menu screen, then select the character to set. Each character has 4 EX skill slots. Select a slot to set an EX gem and press A to display the skills that will be usable with the selected EX gem. Press X to set the EX gem in the slot. Just setting an EX gem will not produce EX skill effects. EX skills do not take effect until you choose and confirm the EX skill you wish to use. Skills granted by EX gems can be changed as many times as you like. Please try adjusting them to suit the situation and your preference. EX skill characteristics. Okay, I'm still not... I'm still not sure exactly what this is. There are 2 types of EX skills. Oh, it's telling me about S and T type skills. Okay. Depending on which type you have equipped, the moves the characters learn as they grow will change. Strike type and technical type. Whether you raise your characters as S-type or T-type is up to you. Also, once you have set an EX gem in a slot, it cannot be removed, but you can set a new EX gem into the same slot in place of it. Please be aware that when setting a new EX gem, the old EX gem is lost, and skills granted by the old gem will disappear. Oh, okay. Compound EX skills. There's a lot of tutorials happening all at once here. Equipping multiple EX skills may result in compound EX skills. Compound EX skills are often very powerful or have special features. Try a variety of combinations. Alright, do I have any EX gems? Strong. Increases strength, increases power of physical attacks. Lets me learn... Huh, are there different attack stats for slash and thrust? Oh, and Genus just has a standard attack stat. Huh. Okay. Alright, we'll leave them with... We'll leave them with the EX gems they have on right now. Alright. Nope. This way. Man, the camera turns slowly. House of Salvation. This game also has accuracy and evasion, which influence the randomization of damage inflicted on them. Instead of dodging or missing, okay, think of them like attack 2 and defense 2. Gotcha. Will you sell me apple gels? Traveler, I see you there. Are you a shopkeep? I don't think we're going to find Colette just by walking around. Let's try asking everyone we meet about Colette. I guess that's all we can do. Okay then, let's try asking that person there. Excuse me. What is it? Did the Chosen's travel group pass by here? Beats me. I haven't seen them. I see. Are you two on a pilgrimage? Of sorts? Well, something like that. You don't look like you're very used to traveling. You have a Silverant map, I see. Lend it to me for just a moment. Long-range mode is now available in the Icelia region. In each region of the world is something called a guidepost monument. When you find one, you'll be able to do what I did just now, and your travels in that area will become much easier. If you want to have a pleasant journey, it would probably be a good idea to seek them out. I didn't know about that. Would you like me to give you a lecture about traveling? Sure. If you want an attack to miss you, you move away from it. That's a fair point. Long-range mode. When moving across the field map in long-range mode, the camera pulls back farther than normal, allowing you to see a wider area while moving. In addition, during long-range mode, the enemy indicators will not move when the player is not moving. Ah, interesting. However, you will not be able to notice dropped items on the field during long-range mode. Ah. Switch between the different modes depending on whether you want to focus on movement or exploration. Square. Okay. Guidepost monuments. You cannot use long-range mode until you find the guidepost monuments located somewhere on the field. Please note that long-range mode will not be available if you enter an area where you have not found the guidepost monument yet. Well, good luck. Thank you very much. You're not a shopkeep, are you? Were you able to find the Chosen in the 30 seconds since I talked to you? Doge. My Zelda brain just activated and told me to jump in the well. It seems the Chosen's pilgrimage has begun. They simply must succeed. Oh, Goddess Martel, praise be, praise be! Welcome to the House of Salvation. Please make use of the sleeping quarters on the second floor if you are weary from your travels. Might as well. Have you come on a pilgrimage? It's nice to see devout youngsters. $100 gold a night, never mind. How many gold have I got? I've got... Oh, 3,300. Also, I'm at full health. Never mind. Alright, into the desert, I guess. I see a town, and I got ambushed.
Let's go all out.
Oh no, I knocked him out of range of the spell. This guy has so much HP.
Just as I expected.
Scenes will occur when you sleep. Oh, okay.
You're going down.
Oh, this one was a mistake.
You ain't going. You ain't going. No.
No way. Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush.
ain't going. What's wrong? You ain't.
Damn it!
You ain't going. Nowhere.
Watch out, Big.
Just as I expected.
Alright, Lloyd leveled. Maybe we head back and sleep. Nope, don't get into a fight. Maybe I should have level grinded a little bit. Actual question, am I at a low level for where I am in the fight? Should I grind? No seed, alright. Level seems fine to me. Okay. I'm just bad. Got it. Ugh, why is it so hot? According to legend, somewhere in this area is a gate that leads to Efreet. Is Efreet hell? The heat in this area is due to Efreet's influence. A gate that leads to Efreet? Could that be? Yeah, I'm sure that's the seal that Colette's headed for. Then that means Colette's in this area somewhere. Man, you know a lot of stuff. That's because I don't sleep in class like you do. Lloyd gets a title for never switching from the wooden swords up to a certain point in the game. Well, I'm definitely gonna switch away from the swords, the wooden swords. So that's not gonna happen. But what does that title get you? Is it all stats grow? Oh, shit. This is an order from Lord Forcistus. A human named Lloyd is on the run with an X-Sphere. His identification code is unknown. Form a cordon at all areas immediately. What is that lady in a cat costume? Princess Peach? What does this Lloyd look like? His likeness and description are on the wanted posters. We're counting on you. Genus and Rain have different names in the original. Genius and Refill? I know his name was going to be Genius, but his name was literally just Genius? What, was he just Genius in English? Yes, sir. That's very silly. Man, wanted posters and search parties. They're really serious. We need to hurry and find Colette. Hey, I thought we were looking for Colette to protect her. This is more like we're looking for her to get help. Does it really matter why we're looking for her? You think too much when you don't have to. Final Fantasy VI, Terra's Japanese name was Tina. They wanted her to have an exotic name, but in the West, Tina is common, so they changed it. Genus Sage or Geniasu Seiji. Rain Sage, Rifiru Seiji. Refill Sage. That's very silly. Wooden sword title is +3 +0 0 2 2 0 4 and 3. I assume that's very good. Like, it didn't tell me what amounts the title would give me, right? No, it just said, that they do increase or decrease. It's pretty good, not worthwhile. Fair enough. Lloyd's name was Roydo. And obviously a way to say Lloyd, but I would not be surprised if it had been intended to double as a steroid joke. I can see that. I heard Icelia has a non-aggression treaty with the Desians. I sure wish we did. Welcome to Triet, the desert oasis. Why am I wandering around without buying anything? The Ossa Trail up ahead is impassable right now. All of these sandstorms really make me want to get out of this city. Isn't it awful? The Desians are responsible for this too. They come to wreck the city just for fun. That's horrible. There are even bloodstains. Man, somebody should do something about these assholes. The Desians are looking for someone again. They just held a public execution at the plaza the other day. Say, you there. Huh? Me? Are you a weapon shop? Can I get a minute of your time? Okay. Good. I have a passion for making weapons and armor stronger with various materials. Okay. Yeah, but lately there are a lot of swordsmen that are all show. It's really depressing to see them. You aren't one of those, are you? Of course not. Good. Then bring me a beast hide and I'll make it worth your while. Gotcha. Beast hide, right? When I find some, I'll bring it here. Thanks, I'm counting on you. Well, I've already got one. So let's see what you're about. Pops, we brought a beast hide. Oh, thank you, kid. Okay, I'll give you this. Soft leather, okay. Better than a weapon shop, a synthesis shop. Ah. I'm a customizer. I'll make you a new armor out of the soft leather I just gave you and the beast hide you brought. Okay, we can make stuff for Colette, which says to me that we're gonna get her back soon. Alright. Hard leather. You're giving this to me? I don't have to pay? Don't worry about it. I just want to customize. Even if you get stronger weapons and armor, there are guys all over the world like me who are passionate about customizing. So don't just get rid of your old weapons. Give us customizers something to do. Depending on who does the customizing, the end result will be different. So you should think carefully before customizing. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, Pops. Don't mention it. Alright, let's see these rings. Oh, I don't have the parts. Okay. Welcome to the heat storm. Aha! The harder it's swung, the more pain it inflicts. Yes, that's how weapons work. Great for playing fetch with Noish. Aw, that's cute. The longsword is gonna be Kratos's. And the rod, I'm guessing, is Rain's? Let's buy the gear for Lloyd and Genus. Oh, that's a big attack jump. Hell yeah. Oh, and it gives him plus int. Okay, cool. Crunches and rains are their basic. Okay. Sand shield. Armor. White cloak is better. Robe. Ribbon. Beret. Generic cape made of cloth, standard accessory. Whoops! No, I don't want to max that out. Is this an impressive hole? Take a good look. Why am I looking at your hole? I don't want to look at your hole. Alright, somebody give me an item shop. There we go. Okay, I'm down to 2 apple gels. Holy crap. And I guess I'll buy some magic lenses. Well, I'm not using my money for anything else. Let's buy some more lenses. Oh, I can only hold 20 at a time. Oh, alright. The Cat's Exploration Team. Of course. Do you need help with something? Request an about the Cat's Exploration Team. The Exploration Team. Meow! The Cat's Exploration Team supports your journey. You'll find exploration teams like us in every city you visit. Each city's Cat's Exploration Team has a designated area that they are responsible for, and they are each capable of investigating their respective areas. The probability of success depends on how much you pay. If you're cheap, you may actually wind up wasting money. I think that about sums it up. Meow. Map making. We'll look for the guidepost monument in our respective area. You can use long range mode even without having to wander all over the world. It's really convenient. Alright. Well, let's see how much it costs to request an expedition. Yeah, missed items. No, we'll save our last 500. Purchase a mysterious gem with your grade? How does this work? EX gems are precious, but it's a waste to not use them. I provide you gems in exchange for your grade. The higher level the gem, the more grade I'll need. If you get short on gems, just come back again. Don't hesitate. Oh, that's what the grade I've been getting is. Wait, why have I been getting minus grade from battles? You can lose grade from doing poorly? Current grade 27. Oh. I need a lot more grade. Is this the wanted poster? Am I this ugly? It's good. They'll never find you with this, I think. Get good. Oh, man. Alright. Ah, there is more to town. I'm the guardian of the oasis. Water is precious in the desert, so we can't waste a drop. I know everything about the ruins in this area. You want to fill me in? Grade is also for New Game Plus. When you start a New Game Plus, you get access to the Grade Shop, where you can buy things like the ability to start with all the skills you learned in your last playthrough, or paying to get times 16 the experience from fights. Ooh. Oh, this is, ingredients, isn't it? Yeah. Ingredients are expensive. Oof. That girl is the Chosen? I don't believe it. So I've come to ask the fortune teller whether she's really the Chosen or not. Welcome to the House of Fortune. What would you like me to divine for you? The max level in this game is 250 times... wow! Level 250? Well, I'd like to know where Colette, where the Chosen is now. Understood. That will be 100 gold. That's expensive. Did you say something? No, Alright, this is going to be useless, but I might as well. Ooh, I can see her. The Chosen is heading for the oasis that is said to have been destroyed when a Efreet went out of control. Is that true? The Chosen's companion said so there's no doubt. Oh, you didn't divine anything. You just remembered talking to them. Wait! Ah, balls. Doesn't he look like the guy in the wanted poster? Let's see. Yeah, he looks just like it. Good for you, Lloyd. They say you're good looking. Do I really look that bad? You must be Lloyd. Yeah, that's right. Hey, what about your usual who are you to ask for my name thing? I'm not even gonna bother. I guess you can't run away with a poster of your face everywhere. You're really starting to piss me off. Get him.
Let's get this over with.
Acquired skill Sword Ray. Ooh, I like that one. I like that one. That went very well. Oh, and an apple gel. Hell yeah. I'll talk. Lloyd, don't let your guard down or you'll regret it. I'm not letting my guard down. It's just that they were so pitiful. Ow! Oh, come on. Whoa! Lloyd! Oh, balls. I'm scared. Please don't hurt me. I'll be good. What are these guys' stances? I've brought Lloyd. Who is that child? His friend, apparently. What should we do with him? The leader only wants Lloyd. I don't see any need to bring this one along. Understood. What's going to happen to me? Lloyd forced me to come here. I didn't want to. All right. As a fellow kinsman, we'll let you go. Now get out of here. Are you sure that's all right? What can a kid do? Shove a fireball up your ass? Thank you for freeing me. I'll never forget this. Goodbye, mister. Am I going to play as Genus now and go get Colette's team to help? Just get out of here. Noish, you followed us. Okay, let's save Lloyd together. Oh, ow. Where am I? If so, I feel sorry for that Lloyd kid. Yeah, he can't possibly escape execution. Execution? What the hell? Hey, Lord Boda's calling you. Gotcha. Banger alert? Yeah, I like this already. Damn it, they took my equipment, and I can't open the door with the guard there. The only thing I have on me is the sorcerer's ring. If I can hit the guard with this. Alright, you guys listen to this banger for a sec. I will be right back. Alright, let's escape. Unknown technology. Just what kind of technology are they using in this building? I've never seen anything like this before. Just who are these Desian guys? Got him. A beast hide, cool. And a save point. Excuse me. Excuse me. I have my equipment. Cool. Just play through the rest of the game without it. Who the hell are you? Uh-oh. Prison break!
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Yeah, Sword Raid is super satisfying to use.
All right.
Uh-oh. Alarm's going off. What is this? What's this? Let's see. Oh, maybe it reacts to the Sorcerer's Ring. Where is he? That kid in red disappeared. Lloyd using actually sharp swords for the first time in his life. Oh, these are much easier. He wasn't over there either. That's strange. How could we miss him when there's only one passage? Let's head back. Oh yeah, this room has a special mechanism. It's annoying to go through all the trouble of electrifying them and moving them over the panels just to open the door. Lord Butter sure likes to do things the hard way. Alright, let's go look for that kid in red. Red, red, red. Does my outfit stand out that much? Sheesh. It kinda does, Lloyd. The red bodysuit. Now let's see. I should take a closer look at that thing. Function of the Sorcerer's Ring changed. The Sorcerer's Ring is acting strange. The fire changed into a ball of electricity. Maybe I can stop those weird machines with this. Probably have to stop them at the right time. I guess I should check out any weird devices like this. Oh, they attacked me. Okay. Ow. Oh my god, these things are so annoying to fight!
Just as I expected.
White silver, huh? Alright, what's in this room? No good, it won't open. Alright. Oh, damn it, I ran right back into it.
Reinforcements, huh?
Ow.
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Damn it, I got hooked on the scenery.
Reinforcements, huh?
Alright, the lenses. I didn't see any health bars on him.
I expected.
Alright, you, come here.
Reinforcements, huh? Okay. You picked the wrong guy to mess
They're
with.
visible when targeting. Ah, okay. Alright, come here. Oh. Alright, let's let the charge run out. Oh, it didn't get on it. Ah, come on. Alright, come back up. Alright, come on down. Got it. Okay. Why didn't it stay open permanently for the other guy after the other guys did it? Oh right, it opened.
Don't let up. There.
Aha, okay.
Just as I expected.
Memory gem was found. What's this thing? I guess I'll take it with me. Doors in this room are locked too. I guess I'll go look around. What the? That memory gem I got is glowing. Need an explanation of memory gems and sealed memory circles. Yes! As you defeat enemies, you will sometimes receive a memory gem. Memory gems have the power to release the seal on sealed memory circles. When you release the seal, the memory circle is revived and you can use it to save. Be careful not to overlook memory gems and sealed memory circles. Well, cool. Can I heal myself in here? Cycle lock system. The floor makes use of the cycle lock system. It is necessary to charge the lock shift pillar with the volt type electrical energy in order to travel to each section. The pillars correspond to the 180 degree, 90 degree, and 45 degree panels on the floor. Align the center color points. I don't understand this at all. Well, too bad, Lloyd. We're about to solve it. I guess I just need to hit those pole things over there. With something called electrical energy. Maybe I can use the weird sparks from the sorcerer's ring. Alright, so that was 180. Whoa, the weird thing in the middle of the room spun around. And I think that button lit up too. I can hear something moving from the door on the side the button lit up. Maybe I should go check it out? The original thing surrounded by the orbs there was a GameCube fun. Passage to entrance open. Maybe the weird thing in the middle turns the same amount as the angle shown on the floor? Hey, I'm pretty sharp, huh? Okay, so this door should be open now. Magical cloth. It's a material, okay. Thought so. Oh, I can't believe it won't open after I've come this far. I guess I'll have to look for another route. Before we do anything else in here, let's go down this other... Oh. Can't open, alright. 90 degrees. Passage to hangar open. No, let's see the green one first. It's no use. I have no idea where the exit is. I wish Genus would show up. Alright, good skip. Alright. And now 45 degrees. Control room. Bet we're gonna fight some people in here. Whoa! Hey, you! What are you doing here? Uh-oh. Party member, maybe?
That was close.
Well, it doesn't look like a prison cell.
And just who the hell are you?
Hello, Mr. Mustache. I hate your mustache.
Give me your name, and I shall give you mine.
Ha! You certainly have guts. But I'm afraid I don't see the need to introduce myself to a miserable little creature like you.
Well, you don't appear to be an elf.
What a coincidence. Because I don't see a need to introduce myself either to a moron who doesn't realize how pathetic he is. Why, you little...
An X-Sphere? You're... Lloyd?
And if I am?
I see the resemblance.
You knew my mom, huh? Oh, hi, Bada.
We've received reports that the Chosen's group has infiltrated the facility.
You're the Desian that attacked Azalea.
So you're Lloyd. Now this is amusing.
Boda, I'm leaving for now. Our plans will be ruined if he sees me.
What of the Chosen?
I'll leave that to you.
Understood.
Lloyd, the next time we meet, you're mine.
You aren't gonna take me out right now while I'm weak and alone?
Just you wait.
What?
Lloyd, are you okay?
When did you guys get here?
Are you alright? Are you hurt?
He looks fine.
You guys all came for me?
Perfect timing.
I'll take care of everyone at once.
Get ready.
Hell yeah, party battle. Everyone's here.
Real fight.
Okay, item. Genus, magic lens on Bada. Ow, fuck!
Don't overdo it.
First aid.
Don't overdo it.
First aid.
Don't overdo it.
No way.
Don't overdo it.
First aid.
4,200 HP. Oh, I'm. Oh, 8 HP. Holy shit.
Don't overdo it.
First aid.
Don't overdo it.
First aid.
Demon Fang.
Rock.
Don't overdo it.
First aid.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Don't overdo it.
First aid.
Wait, did he get over limit? Oh, he's got over limit. Oh, uh-oh.
Don't overdo it.
First aid. Rock. Demon Fang. Demon Fang. Demon Fang. Demon Fang.
Don't overdo it.
First aid. Demon Fang. Demon Fang. Earthly Fang.
Oh, we've almost got him. Got him.
Underestimated your power.
Just as I expected.
Poison charm, huh? Cool. Just splits in half.
I underestimated your abilities.
Oh, hey, free sword.
Isn't this a...
Professor!
Oh, Lloyd. Genus told me what happened.
Oh man, are we about to get a scolding?
I apologize for the trouble he's caused you.
No, I'm the one that dragged Genus into it. I'm sorry.
Save the chit-chat for later. We shouldn't stay here long.
Guards break. Oh, okay.
You're right. I opened the escape route just now. Let's go.
Oh, I don't get to explore the rest of the dungeon. Crap. Noish, you came too? I have a question. This crystalline object attached to this weapon. Is this one of the X-spheres that Genus spoke of? It would seem so. Oh yeah, you use an X-sphere too. So you noticed. Well, duh. What are they exactly? It will take a while to explain. We can talk about it when we reach Triette. Yeah. Okay, Noish, let's go back now. We're going back in. This is the place I was held captive before. It's dangerous. Let's get out of here. Damn it! I miss rooms with stuff in them! Evasion, huh? She doesn't learn magic? That's what the Cats team is for? Oh! The Cats team gets you missed items from dungeons that you didn't get? Oh, interesting. Lloyd, what? About that fight earlier. Are you going to tell me I got in the way? You weren't bad. It looks like you've improved a little now that you have metal weapons. What? You need to learn more about yourself and your opponent. If you understand your skills, you can fight the enemy more effectively. Sometimes you will fight enemies armed with poison. Still other times you will find your ability suppressed via magic. The difference between knowing and not knowing those dangers and how to avoid them is immense. Merely swinging your sword is not enough. Don't forget that learning also leads to strength. Kratos, I've spent too much time talking. Let's get going. Don't dawdle. I'm extremely amused that you were still in the notion of Colette being a caster. She seems the magical religious maiden type. I assumed she'd be a healer. I'm so beat. I want to rest. Yeah, let's head to the inn and then talk. In other words, these X-spheres are amplifiers that awaken our dormant capabilities. How have you never asked about those, Rain? I wonder if I could use one too? That would be difficult. X-spheres are harmful to the body without a key crest. Can't we make a key crest? We could go back to, Dad. As I told you before, key crest is made by processing inhibitor ore, then engraving it with a crest to control the X-sphere attached to its surface. It is said to be a secret art known only to the dwarves. Yeah, I can engrave that charm, crest, but only my dad can process the ore. Well, is there any inhibitor ore among these materials? Ray, did you bring these from our house? Of course, they're valuable research materials. This is a holy vase from the Balakruff Mausoleum. This is a jeweled sword from the Martel Temple. This is a priest's crown from the Asgard ruins. This is yellow ore from the Hema mines. What the? It's all junk. Gets up in his face. What did you just say? This is... I picked that up in front of the human ranch. It was engraved with angelic language, so I took it home. Professor, this is a key crest. Well, that's convenient. The crest is half worn off. It's unusual like this. I can fix that. Don't worry, Professor. You'll be able to equip that X-sphere tomorrow. Really? Thank you, Lloyd. I'm sorry to make you go through the trouble, but I appreciate it. Okay, it's done. I'll go give it to the Professor. If you're done working, you should get some sleep soon. I know. Alright, let's give this to Rain. Where did Rain go? This is Rain and Genus's room. Let's go into Colette's room. Say hi to her. Oh, she's asleep. Never mind.
Are you asleep?
Yes, Lloyd, she is.
Lloyd.
Lloyd, why did you come into my room uninvited? Huh?
I'm sorry that Father, Grandmother, and I couldn't prevent your exile.
You dork. It's not your fault, so you don't need to worry about it.
Dropping the D-bomb, huh?
And besides, I'm the reason why the village was devastated.
For Marble's sake, and for the sake of the villagers that were killed, I'm going to do my best to regenerate the world.
Yeah. I'm sorry I woke you.
No, it's okay. Good night.
Thanks.
No, I know I did it. That was from Colette's perspective. I was saying, I was having Colette say, "Why did you come into my room uninvited?"
I'm gonna do my best for you too, Lloyd.
Professor, you're still awake.
Yes, I've been organizing the data we've collected about monsters. And what are you doing up at this hour?
I was fixing your key crest.
Thank you, but you mustn't overexert yourself. It's going to be a long journey after all. I don't mind if it takes a while to fix.
Rain, you were surprisingly chill about Lloyd and Genus causing the village to get burned down.
So, are you saying that it's okay for Genus and me to come along on this journey?
Wasn't that your intent from the beginning? Stop pretending.
Oh yeah, I fixed the key crest, so here, take it.
Everyone seemed to dislike cel-shaded graphics at the time, but they aged so much better than other styles. Yeah, I've always liked them. I think for mimicking anime art styles, or even just cartoon art styles in general, cel-shaded is the way to go. Right? Like, my first exposure to it was, DBZ Budokai 2, I believe, was the first cel-shaded one in that series. Because Budokai 1 looked like everyone was made of clay. But cel-shaded graphics are great. Always have been. Well, relative to the time.
You fixed it already? Thank you, Lloyd.
Remember the Wind Waker hate. I was not in tune with gaming culture when Wind Waker came out all that much, but I do remember there being a lot of Wind Waker hate.
So this is an X-Sphere.
Ask Genus to show you how to use it.
Oh, people despised Wind Waker in general. They thought it looked too different from Zelda. They thought it looked too different from Ocarina. They thought it played too different from Ocarina. All sorts of stuff people thought was bad about that game. Too kiddie, yeah. As if Ocarina didn't look kiddie. I want to play Wind Waker at some point. Did they ever port Wind Waker HD to Switch? Also, too much water, yeah. But, that, from what I can tell, that complaint is kind of founded. Professor, I'm sorry. About what? I dragged Genus into this. Oh, that. Things wound up like this because I tried to save someone from the ranch without thinking things through. Do you regret what you've done? I don't know. I just couldn't ignore someone suffering right before my eyes. When Twilight Princess was announced, they rejoiced. Finally, their gritty Zelda they wanted. About a year after Twilight Princess, everyone realized Wind Waker ruled. What you did was morally correct, but was against the law. You can't change what's already happened. But you can change what's going to happen. Change yourself as well as the world around you. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I'm gonna go now. Good night, Professor. Thank you, Lloyd. Sleep well. Now that he's gone, she screams. So this is an X-Sphere. Marvelous. I've never played Link to the Past. I should at some point. It's in the Switch SNES collection. But my Zeldas are the original Zelda, some of Zelda 2, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom now. Where's he going at this hour? Let's follow him. Let's follow him. Oh, he's meeting my Doge.
Whoa!
Lloyd. I'm sorry to have startled you.
Mainly play JRPGs and rarely branch out to other genres. Played hundreds of JRPGs and only a fraction of non-JRPGs. Damn! I like Uncharted a lot and Resident Evil. God, Resident Evil is one of my favorite franchises. I like JRPGs a lot too. If you want, on my YouTube channel, there's my blind playthrough of Persona 5 Royal. You can watch that if you'd like.
Startled isn't the word for it.
Man, here's the thing. Lloyd's voice actor is so much better than everyone else in this game. Right? Like, the others in the game are okay to good. But Lloyd's voice actor is pretty great.
You'd best not stand behind me.
I won't.
I guess Cam Clark is good
Do
too.
you like animals?
No, not particularly.
Well, Noah seems to be quite comfortable with you. He usually doesn't like strangers.
I once had a pet, long ago.
We're still early in the game. This game has some better voice actors than Scott. Fair enough.
Really?
Lloyd.
What? What are you staring at me like that for?
Cam Clark's voice performance, so far has been kind of stiff. But I think that's probably on purpose, so it's just not to my taste. Scott only has the one voice, but he's good at the actual acting part. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. He was always, thinking back, he might have been the best voice performance in Teen Titans, too. Right? Like, Robin was so expressive and emotive with his voice. He did a great job.
Your swordsmanship is unrefined. You should focus a little more on eliminating your vulnerabilities. If you care about your life.
Just because he's a little better than me, he has to talk like he knows everything.
Okay, Lloyd, let's be real. He's a lot better than you.
Well, a lot better than me. Damn!
I was right. Oh, none of the Teen Titan voice actors were bad. Like, they're all good. That show is stellar from a voice acting perspective. But, Robin's voice was always very expressive and emotive. We can finally head out to release the seal. Yes, I'll do my best. The seal Remiel spoke of is in the Triet Ruins southwest of here. Cool, let's go check out that seal. We'll see if that enthusiasm lasts. Yeah, we are in the middle of a sandy desert and there's a sandstorm over that way. Oh yeah, Tara Strong. Raven was pretty great in Teen Titans. I'll be fine, just you watch. Oh, I just remembered. Let me give you this. Monster list. Oh, we do get a bestiary. Gathering data on your enemies is useful for protecting the Chosen. I'm going to do it. I'll help too. Just think of it as homework. Oh, I don't think that'll make him any happier, Rain. Yeah. We should get going. Rain joined the party. Okay, so do you get 5 party members active at once, or do I have to swap people in and out? Yep, swap people in and out. Okay. Okay. Who do I want to use? We're about to wrap up, so I won't get to use Rain this stream, I don't think. But, do I want to swap Colette out for her? I don't want to drop Genus. Kratos is great. I want to see... Rain is... Is Rain a caster? She knows first... Oh, Rain's the healer! Oh, we really want to use her. Let's have her learn magic. Tara Strong is now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She was Miss Minutes in Loki. I still gotta watch Loki. I heard it was very fun. Okay. Other than the Chosen, our group doesn't look like one that's on a journey to save the world. You still don't trust Lloyd and Genus? They are much too young to bear the fate of the world. I'm concerned that they will not be able to handle this journey. While I may be an elf, I'm still just a schoolteacher from a small village, and you're a mercenary who fights for money. I don't think we're fit to handle the task of saving the world either, wouldn't you agree? Indeed. Okay. Yeah, let's swap Colette out. Alright, let's... How much money have I got? 2,400. Let's buy some apple gels. What's Holy Bottle? Reduces enemy encounter rate. Okay, you can only hold 20 of an item. Got it. In the GameCube, there was a spell queue, so if you had 2 casters in the party, they would both be negatively affected and cast slower. Huh. That sounds like a bad mechanic. Alright, well, we've come up to the end of our time, so I'm going to save and end here. I like this game so far. This is a pretty... I've been wanting more RPGs in my life. And this game's pretty good. Their combat takes some getting used to, but... I like it. I like it a lot. The characters are good. The story's good. Story has some real moral complexity so far that I like. It's immediately interesting and multifaceted. I like that. Yeah, I look forward to more of this. It won't be immediately though. This is a patron pick, so at the latest it'll be next month when I play more. But unless somebody else picks it and has me play more as well. But I've got a lot on my plate at the moment. Tears of the Kingdom, then I have to finish Final Fantasy II, then I have to finish Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and then I'll have space open for playing games off patron pick. So it's going to be a while before I get back to this either way. But I like it. I want to play some more. Yeah, FF2 is, it's not good. It's very not good, but I'm playing through all the pixel remasters of Final Fantasy because I haven't played 2 or 3, and I want to replay 4 and 5. I hadn't played 6 before, but I did that one first because a patron picked it. Had a great time with that. I assume you're playing it against your will. No, I want to play it. I want to finish it. I've never beaten it. I never played it before I started this playthrough. Yeah, FF6 was great. I had my issues with it, but it might be my favorite combat in the series as far as turn-based games go. Because you have to think on your feet in every fight. Your HP is so low and monster damage is so high that every fight is a race against the clock to try to beat your enemies before they kill you. And I really liked it. The story is good, but it felt kind of rushed. But it was good. I like 6 a lot. It might be in my top 5. My favorite is 9, of course. I like 7 and 10 more than I like 6. If you count Final Fantasy VII Remake as a main series game, which I don't, it's a sequel game / side game. But if you did count that, that would be my top 5, right behind 9. But 6 comes after those, I think. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. I'll read my schedule for the upcoming week and get off. Before I do that, I would like to plug my Patreon, which you can find either with the ! Patreon command in Twitch chat or in the description of the YouTube video. I make my living off of Patreon, and I make enough to pay my rent and my bills, but I don't make much more than that. And I'd like to start putting something into savings, so I have stuff for medical emergencies or need to replace stuff, or just things I need to get that I've been putting off. Like I finally bought a bike after years last month because I had a spare $150. Yeah, so if you could go to my Patreon, pledge $1 a month or $1 per stream, whatever you like. Anything in between that, anything at all you guys pledge helps me out a lot. It makes it so I can do this for a living, and I'm endlessly grateful to the people who do that. There is also a slot open on my Patreon where you can pick a game for me to play once a month. There's only one open out of the 9 total right now, so snag that before somebody else gets it. So yeah. As for the schedule, tomorrow is going to be Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward for a patron at 2:30 p.m. EST because I have a doctor's appointment at 1. Thursday will be Scarlet Hollow at 4 p.m. EST because the patron who picked that works until late and wants to show up for part of the stream. Friday will be Wild Arms 3 for a patron, back again at 1 p.m. EST, like my standard. Saturday will, of course, be our weekly Final Fantasy XIV stream. Sunday and Monday will be The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky for a patron, because they have this month's pick, and I owe them a pick from last month when they had to cancel. And then Tuesday will be Pokemon Rejuvenation at 1 p.m. EST. And then we have a few free days. And we'll get there when we're closer. So yeah, that's my schedule for what's coming up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.